What is going on, you guys? I'm back with another video. Today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Studio Series 86 Voyager class Shockwave. So before we get to Shockwave, let's go over the packaging. Here you have a nice image of Shockwave in his robot mode and in his spaceship mode. On this side of the box you have your continued artwork of Shockwave on Cybertron. On this side you have a nice big piece of artwork of the front of the box. On the back, you have your obligatory product shot, what he can do, your one-sentence bio, and the scene where he is from in the movie. So, that is it for the box. Not a lot to cover there. In the box, you get a handheld version of his blaster. Of his, blaster mode. And for comparison, hold on, here it is with the dramatic capture version of the blaster. I like the look of the dramatic capture one better. So, there's that. And here is Shockwave. Now is a Voyager class, who is still more or less the Siege mold, but has been heavily retooled. And he looks fantastic. Not in this mode, though, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. So, you've got this nice grayish white color here, translucent plastic. No silver on the back. You see how much smoother he is. This whole piece has been remolded on Shockwave. Well, everything surface-wise has been retooled, for the most part. Except for this. This is all the same as the original Siege Shockwave. And the feet are the same as the original Siege Shockwave. But you can see, he's a hover, tower, jet, spacecraft thing. Flip these in. Flip that back. Space laser. Space laser. Even on the box, it advertises laser cannon mode. But the way to get there is you've got to take these, fold them back, and they will peg in to these notches here on his leg. So, bam! Now he is an actual blaster. This is to combine with Bruticus, but I don't have Bruticus yet, so I can't do it. Now, you could take the handheld blaster, flip him upside down. There's a port here back on this side, and you can plug that in, and it blends in with the rest of the figure. So if you were to leave him in like a blaster mode, you'd fill in that gap. So, but let's just leave it like this for the time being. And now for a comparison, let's bring in the dramatic capture version of Shockwave. Mind you, I have painted this, and I have painted the chest on my Takara version, just because. So you can see what's the same and what is different on the two figures. Just look at the back here alone, how much difference there is in the detail. So, there is that. So now, we're going to go from Shockwave looking like this to looking like this, and yeah, Shockwave looks way better now in his robot mode. Now, a lot of the details are still the same as the Siege, so you still have the same backpack on his back, but his robot mode has been heavily resurfaced and resculpted. So let's get a close-up look at his head sculpt. You've lost all the detail in here now, but you still have the eye, so he can talk with his eyeball. His shoulders have been completely retooled. His elbows have been retooled. He's got a brand new waist that actually looks more accurate to the source material. Just overall, he looks way better. Articulation-wise, the head is still on a ball joint here at the base of the neck. Arms can do a full 360. They can go in and out. And out at this joint too due to transformation. You have a bicep rotation. You have elbow bend. You do have a wrist rotation. You have a waist. One cool thing that they've done is they've removed the ratchets out of his hips. So now his hips just move in and out on a base, on a mushroom peg. In and out here. Thigh rotation. They still have the ratchet in the knee. And ankle tilt. So Shockwave can still get down and get pretty posable. We can give him his blaster. So he can shoot things with his hand and shoot things with his gun. All that he wants. If you don't like how he looks and you had bought the Dramatic Capture Decepticon set, you have a blaster that has a 5mm compatible post, or blast effect compatible post, which is how I will be displaying my Shockwave anyway, because I like the look of this gun anyway. Now to some of my nitpicks with the figure. They did not paint any of this here on the side of his legs. For a Voyager, I mean, I wish they still would have painted it. And same thing with his original gun. Like, where's the paint? But, whatever. For the time being, let's put this back in his hand. And get to some comparisons. Okay, before I bring in the other Shockwave, let's bring in the cons. So here he is with the Leader Class 86 Soundwave. Just so you can see how he looks with Soundwave. Hold on. Soundwave's blue is throwing things off. Hold on. His blue screen is throwing the lighting off. There he is with Soundwave. Now, a lot of people say the scale for Soundwave and Shockwave is off, but I think that's about right. Even on the art here on the back of the box, they were a bit shorter than each other, so it's not like this is the end of the world in terms of height. Let me put his... So, but again, there he is with Soundwave. And here he is with Megatron. You can see how they look together, and they look phenomenal. And finally, here he is with the Dramatic Capture version of Shockwave. Now, mind you, again, mine is customized, so let's bring them in closer so you can get a good look at their faces. And they look really good. They left it purple in here with the translucent eye, but this was black with the translucent eye. I might paint his eye too. I don't know yet. You can see their shades of purple are very similar, but not. I even think no, they're the same height. But I love the Siege Shockwave mold. I think they finally did him some justice with the 86 version, though. But overall, what do I think of Studio Series 86 Shockwave? Despite some of the paint that they should have put, some more paint they should have put on him, he's awesome. Like I said, I love Siege Shockwave. So this was an instant for me too, because all the nice smooth details. He looks incredible. He goes right alongside with the rest of the cartoon details of the 86 figures. Overall looks amazing. Very happy to have finally picked him up. So, yeah. Highly, highly recommend hunting down Shockwave. If you do not own any version of Shockwave, which at this point, as a Transformers collector who's been collecting since Siege, you should have a Shockwave at some point. Yeah, this one, the original Siege Shockwave, the comic version that uses the periwinkle purple. But, yeah, I'd give this guy a solid 9 out of 10. So, I want to thank you all for watching. This has been the review for the Studio Series 86 Voyager Class Shockwave. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys later.